Merry Christmas Eve. Yep, it's here already. I can't believe it. It just went so fast between Thanksgiving and now. So I have a few things I need to do today. I got up and I ran today. I did 3 miles and tried to catch up on some YouTube videos. I am so far behind. So far behind. Now I'm going to, what am I going to do? Make my breakfast casseroles for tomorrow. I am making a baked French toast, not WW friendly. I mean, I've lightened it up a bit. I do, 1% milk instead of whole milk. I do monk fruit sweetener instead of sugar. And I guess that's really all I lighten up with it. It's, the bread is what makes it, and I'm not changing that. You use a loaf of the Jewish braided bread, the challah bread. I know I don't say it right. Sorry, Jewish friends. But this is what makes the casserole, and I'm not going to change it out to do, like 1 point bread. Not going to do it. And it's really not horrible. I did point it out once, and now I'm looking for the recipe. Of course, if I was with it, I would have had this out so I could just be like, here it is, I told you. And instead I am, it's in here somewhere, because I think I wrote the points on there, or maybe it's in my phone. I'll check and come back. So I'm making that, and I am making it's called sausage souffle. It's basically a egg and sausage casserole, and that is really lightened up. Instead of using pork sausage, I used to use turkey sausage. Then when I found out I could make my own turkey sausage that is absolutely delicious with the fat-free turkey, which I never thought in my whole life I would ever use for anything, it is like crazy low in points, because on the purple and the blue plan, because it's eggs, it's my 0 point turkey sausage. It is 1 point bread. So it's really, and there's some cheese in it. I do use reduced fat cheese. I don't use fat-free because I don't like it. And so it's really low in point. So I will definitely have that tomorrow morning, and a little piece of the French toast, because I only make that like once or twice a year, so I am not going to not have it. But I'll just have a little piece, a little taste. So I'm going to make those 2 things. I'm also going to make my eggnog. Yes, I've lightened it up a little, but once again, not changing that much. So I'm going to make those this morning. I need to run out to the liquor store and pick something up. And that's really about it. I'm just going to hang out today. I'm going to make some breakfast in a little bit. I made a big pot of vegetable soup yesterday. We're going to have that today because come 5 o'clock, all hell breaks loose. Doug has to sing. Doug sings in 2 different choirs at church. And he's singing, the one choir, the contemporary choir, sings at the 6 o'clock mass tonight. So he'll be singing that. Then at the 8 o'clock mass, we're actually doing this year, it used to just be like a couple little people, Doug and some other people, but this year we're doing like a little pop-up choir. So Doug is singing, and the boys and I are also singing 8 o'clock. And then 10 o'clock, what they call the festival choir sings, and we have brass players and everything. It's just beyond beautiful. Doug sings in that one too. And Adam has to altar serve, and Andrew is an extraordinary minister for that mass. So once tonight comes, it's crazy. And then after 10 o'clock mass at 11:30, we get together with my sister and her family, and we do our Christmas. We have like a little cocktail hour. That's when I drink my eggnog, and I do not spike my eggnog. It is so perfect, this homemade eggnog. It is so perfect. It doesn't need any alcohol in it, for me anyway. I'm not a big alcohol person anyway. But we have our eggnog, and I have like a little charcuterie platter and shrimp. My sister's making a dip, so we'll have little pickies, and we'll exchange gifts, and it's wonderful, and we have a great time. So it's a long day and a late night, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So maybe I'll show you You know, they're not WW recipes by any means. But, you know, we'll see if I can film that. I'm probably not going to get showered and changed or anything until I'm done, and I'll have to put a shirt on. And we'll see. But anyway, oh, last night I went out with my high school girlfriends. There was a group of 5 of us, and there was a group of like 8 of us that really hung out, but 5 of us made it to dinner last night. We had such a great time. If I remember, because you know me, I'll insert a picture after this clip, and I will come right back and tell you, see if I can figure out if I wrote down the points on, and you know what, I'll just tell you later. I'm not gonna come back now. I'll tell you later what the points are on the French toast casserole and the sausage souffle. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get my act together. I hear people stirring upstairs. Everybody slept in really late. Andrew has a Santa gig from 11 to 1 at Chick-fil-A. He did it last night at dinner time. He loved it. He had a great time. He loves the little ones. And so he's going back today at lunchtime. And yeah, so his Santa gig's been great. He's definitely going to advertise it earlier next year and see what happens. So I'll be back. Okay, not really a cook with me, you know, not a WW recipe, but I figure I would show you how I make it. It is on the purple plan and the blue plan, 7 points per serving, which really isn't horrible for something so delicious. I have to figure out the points on the green plan. I just have to switch my app over. So in here, I have 8 eggs and I've whisked them up. I took my loaf of bread and I sliced it. To the eggs, I'm adding 3 cups of milk and 1 cup of sugar. I am using monk fruit. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of vanilla and a dash of, about a teaspoon of salt. Okay, thank you, Adam.
My bad. I did not know there was a chair there.
Adam just completely knocked down there we go. Look at that. Back in business. You know what I always say. You get tired of me saying it. What do I say?
It's real life around here.
It's real life around here.
That's going to scare some people. I apologize.
I was hoping to do this before everyone got up. But, you know, it didn't happen. Thought they'd all sleep a little bit later.
I did sleep late.
Okay. Mixing this all up, mixing it all up, mixing it all up. Just make sure the sugar is really incorporated and dissolved. Then we're going to take our 9x13 dish, which I have sprayed with non-stick spray. We're going to take our bread and we're just going to soak each piece of bread in the egg mixture and just lay them in the casserole. They do not have to be neat. They do not have to be in any kind of order because it's all going to cook together. And I just slice it like I don't serve a whole piece of bread. We just slice it up, dish it out, spoon it out, whatever you want to say. And this egg mixture is freezing. Oh. Adam's looking with hungry eyes. 24 hours, buddy.
Oh.
We've been having this for Christmas breakfast. My goodness.
A long time.
Do you ever remember not having it for Christmas breakfast, Adam?
No.
And Adam's 18. So there we go. Then we're going to take the rest of the mixture, pour it right on top. And there's a lot of sugar still in the bottom. So we'll just mix that in. There we go. Then we are going to take some cinnamon sugar. Of course, you can absolutely just mix cinnamon and sugar together. I'm using my Penzeys cinnamon sugar blend because it's easy and I'm lazy and it's delicious. And just sprinkling that right on the top. And then I'm going to take some light butter, about 4 tablespoons, and just dot the bread. Then once you do that, you're going to cover it with foil and refrigerate it overnight. That's the great thing about this. You can make it ahead, pop it in the fridge, Christmas morning, pop it right in the oven, and then after you're done opening gifts, it's ready and you can just serve it on up. So there you have it. Baked French toast. Not the Weight Watcher, a little bit Weight Watchery, but you know, for the most part, not. I just like to arrange these so they're all, and like I said, it doesn't matter because you're just going to spoon it all out. We're going to cover it and be done. Quick, easy. And we're going to get started on the sausage souffle with the homemade turkey sausage. Now on to the absolutely not WW friendly eggnog. This eggnog on the blue plan and the purple plan is 14 points per cup. And that, my friends, is lightened up. But like I always say, eat what you love and love what you eat, because whatever you eat to lose the weight, you're going to have to do forever to maintain it. I am never not going to have Aunt Jane's famous homemade eggnog ever again in my life. And I know you can buy the almond eggnog and the soy eggnog and it's only 4 points. Yeah, not going to do it for me. I would drink it and it would not satisfy that, oh my goodness, it's Christmas, I'm having a glass of eggnog, you know, need. So I plan for it. I'm going to use weeklies. I will have it tonight. I will have 1 cup of it while we open our gifts with my sister's family. I think I'll have it tonight. Actually, I might wait till tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Depends on my mood. But anyway, here's how I make it. And yes, it has raw eggs in it. So if that freaks you out, fast forward. 3 eggs, well beaten. Whole can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, I've lightened it up by using the fat-free. Back in the day, when Weight Watchers had the Points Plus plan, this eggnog was only like 5 points a cup because sugar did not take a big hit. Now, with Freestyle and WW My Way, sugar takes such a, can you hand me a spatula? Sugar takes such a massive hit that this whole can, I believe, is 57 points for the can, where it used to be like 17 on Points Plus, I think. Yeah, I'm looking. It used to be 5.5 points on Points Plus for a cup, and now it is 14. But that's okay. So we mix the sweetened condensed milk in. Now we whisk in 4 cups of, this is 1% milk. That's another way I lighten it up. Instead of using whole milk, I use 1%. Dash or 2 of salt. Teaspoon of vanilla. And then if there already wasn't enough calories in it, we have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream that has been whipped. And we're going to add that in. Now the original recipe says to gently fold it in. Yeah, I don't do that. I whisk it in because it reforms anyway. So I just whisk it in. The bowl that I usually make this in got broken 2 weeks ago. It was my nice Pampered Chef batter bowl with a spout. So it was nice and easy to pour into my pitcher. This is going to be a hot mess. And there it is. It is all done. It is nothing like you've ever tasted before. It tastes nothing like the commercial stuff you buy in the store. Nothing like it. And then I will serve it in a glass with some freshly grated nutmeg on top. There it is, Aunt Jane's eggnog. Okay, eggnog done, rolling right into the sausage souffle casserole. First thing I have to do is make the 0-point turkey sausage. So I've got 1 pound of 99% fat-free ground turkey. And then in this bowl, it's supposed to be a teaspoon of sage, and I'm out of sage. So I substituted a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, which I have done before, and it works perfectly. So I have a teaspoon of poultry seasoning or sage, 2 teaspoons of salt, and half of a teaspoon of white pepper. You can use black, a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, and a pinch of marjoram. I'm going to sprinkle that over the meat and then get in there with my hands and just really, really work it all the way through the meat. Make sure it is very, very well incorporated. You know, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I am not a fan of 99% fat-free ground turkey until I found this recipe. Well, I saw a recipe for it and then kind of created my own. Added a lot more of the spices and I'm starting to think I might like the poultry seasoning better than the sage. I think it gives it a better flavor. But really, really get that mixed in there. And then I am just going to cook it in a skillet on the stove. I will use probably about a teaspoon, maybe 2 of a little bit of olive oil in the pan because it will stick. And you know, once you put that in the recipe builder with everything else, it does not add any points at all. So, and if I need a little more, I'll just use some spray, but I will do about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And that's it. That is how you make homemade turkey sausage. The first time I fed it to my family, when I made sausage gravy and biscuits, they were amazed at how good it tasted. So I'm happy with it. And it definitely saves a lot of points. So there you go. I am going to cook that up. We'll put that other casserole together. And besides the charcuterie plate, I will be done my cooking for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Made my vegetable soup yesterday, made my spaghetti sauce yesterday. My homemade raviolis were done by my niece and her boyfriend. So I am set to go, and it is only 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll be back and show you how we put this together. Okay, on to recipe number 3. This is the sausage souffle. Basically, it's an egg casserole. I guess it's souffle because it does puff up a little bit. In this bowl, I have 6 eggs. I meant to beat them before I turned the camera on because you don't need to see me beating eggs. But I forgot because there's a lot going on in my house this morning. Doug's hooking up a DVD player. Adam's helping him. Andrew's heading out to Chick-fil-A to do the Santa gig for a couple hours. Okay. So we've got our 6 eggs. And now we're just going to mix all our other ingredients in. We're going to do 3 cups of milk. There's 2. There's 3. And then we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard. And we are going to do a teaspoon of, salt. Mix those up. Oh, I did not do good with my mustard. The mustard sometimes clumps, and I meant to be more careful when I put it in. But if you can't tell, I'm kind of rushing through things this morning because I just want to get done. And like I said, I have to run out and just grab one thing. Okay, then we're gonna add in 6 ounces of grated cheese, and this is the Cabot 75. That's my cheese of choice. I know not everyone can find it in their area. Just have to use some kind of reduced fat cheese and adjust the points. I do not recommend using fat-free. And then we're gonna add in 8 slices of cubed bread. This is the 647 bread. And just mix it all up. Once again, my favorite huge mixing bowl. Got broken when the batter bowl got broken. Oh, it was a hot mess. A little tiny bowl fell off the shelf and landed in the other bowls and just shattered them completely. It was, I wanted to cry. Okay, now we're just gonna add in our homemade turkey sausage. That smells good. I really never thought I would like that, and I do. I even made a believer out of Kim over to Girl on her phone because she kind of feels the same way I do about the ground turkey. And she made the sausage the other day and texted me, and she's like, oh my goodness. I'm like, see, I told you. I should have used a bigger bowl. I cannot believe I lost 3 of my great mixing bowls in that debacle. I need to replace them after Christmas. Probably should have put it on my Christmas list. I just realized I wasn't at the best angle. I'm sorry, guys. This really didn't intend to be a cook with me video. Just kind of evolved. Okay, so there is that. And of course, I do not have my pan ready because I'm doing 20 other things at one time. We're gonna give it a spray. And I just realized I got the wrong size pan out. Yay me. Thank you. Doug just said you're a hot mess. And my 9x13 pan is downstairs. So I'm going to turn off the camera, go get my pan. And honestly, you don't need to see me dump this in the pan and cover it with foil, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Then put it in the fridge overnight and bake it tomorrow. It bakes at both of the casseroles, it's great. They both bake at 350 and they both bake for 45 minutes. So you can put them in at the exact same time. Sometimes I think the egg one takes a little bit longer. And with the French toast one, I keep it covered. I uncover the egg one. I keep the French toast one covered for the first half hour and take the cover off for the last 15 minutes. But I'll put all that in the recipe. And I will link that as soon as I get a hot minute to get it up on my website. So, there you have it. That is what we are having for Christmas breakfast. I will be back to show you what I'm having for today's breakfast because it is 10:30 and I still haven't eaten. Okay, breakfast this morning is French toast in a mug, and I threw in a handful of mixed berries. So it's triple berry French toast in a mug. I have a little bit of sugar-free syrup and a generous dollop of fat-free Reddi-wip. And the entire thing is 2 points on purple, 2 points on blue, and 6 points on green. For dinner tonight, we are having homemade vegetable beef soup. I have to figure out the points on this. It's not very high. There's definitely points though because there's barley in it and there is beef in it. Not very much. I'm guessing it's going to be probably about 2 points per bowl. But I will definitely figure it out. While I'm waiting for my soup to cool down, what a day. I ended up, after I got done cooking this morning, I took a trip to Walmart. Our DVD player broke. And we had recently moved the Xbox out of the family room. So we needed a new DVD player. Someone gave us one. Doug went to hook it up today and that didn't work. So I went out to Walmart to buy one. Yes, I went to Walmart on Christmas Eve. It really wasn't bad, not at all. So I got the DVD player, got the cable we needed, and then Doug told me he wanted to have some buffalo chicken dip tonight, so I got the stuff for that. And then I decided there was something that Aldi had, advertised that I wanted to pick up for Adam in the aisle of shame. I went to 4 different Aldis this afternoon and everybody was sold out of it, so not a big deal. It wasn't anything important, so yeah, what a day. And then came home and made the buffalo chicken dip. And then we're going to my sister's tonight instead of coming here after church to do our Christmas with them. So I took everything down her house, all the food that I made and all their gifts and everything. That way we don't have to lug it to church with us and then back to their house. So I'm going to eat my soup as soon as it cools down. We are watching one of our favorite Christmas movies, Die Hard. Woo! That's why I went out and bought the DVD player, because the kids were freaking out because we couldn't watch Die Hard. Because it's not on demand, it is not on Netflix, and it's not on Prime, and we have all the discs. So, yeah, because they're spoiled.
Because it's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. Die Hard's definitely a Christmas movie. Not your traditional Christmas movie, but a Christmas movie. So anyway, I'm going to eat dinner. I'm going to shower and get ready for church tonight. And then we'll be pretty much, Doug already left. He's at singing the 6. We'll meet him there for the rest of the masses. And yeah, I will give you a little glimpse into, I'll probably film the choir at 10 o'clock because it's so beautiful. I'll try to film, we'll see. And I will talk to you soon.
Right, give us
Okay, that is our Christmas Eve. It is now
1:37.
1:37 in the morning, and we are just getting home. After church, we went to my sister's like we always do and have a little Christmas celebration, gift exchange with them. So we're exhausted. We're disheveled. Ties are off and jackets are off, and yeah, we're done. We're done. I did really well at my sister's, had a few snacks, but really, really was in control and did great. And that's it. And I just wanted to wish everyone a very, very happy holiday season. And thank you so incredibly much for all the support you've given me this year on my channel. And also for all of the wonderful Christmas cards and the incredibly sweet gifts that you sent. Completely and utterly unnecessary, but definitely just, you know, very thankful and very humbled. And that's about it. We all just wanted to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. Isn't it joyous? It's joyous Kwanzaa, I believe. Joyous Kwanzaa.
Happy Christmas and blessed New Year.
Yes. So from our family to your family,
Merry Christmas.